My name is Kayla Duke. I am currently interning at Citizens for Decency as a family resource website development specialist. It's kind of a mouthful, but it's pretty self-explanatory. All right, so how did I get it? I actually got this through a friend, Jenna Bourgeon. I was unable to attend the BYU Idaho Career Fair since I had to work. So Jenna went and was able to speak to Erica Asbell, who is the Chief of Staff as of now for Citizens for Decency. So Jenna spoke to them, realized it was something that I would be interested in, and let me know about it. I then contacted Craig Cobia through the Citizens for Decency email, and he contacted me for a phone interview. At the end of the interview, he did invite me to attend a weekly meeting on Tuesday at a local, in Rexburg, Idaho, local business office. So I did attend that meeting, and then by the end of it, knew that I did want to get involved with this organization, and went on Career Navigator and applied for it. So my role, first I should probably explain that Citizens for Decency is a nonprofit organization that is involved in fighting the effects and widespread access of pornography. So my role was involved with the family resource website. We wanted to create a website where families could come for help if they had an addict in the family and wanted to overcome that. We wanted to create a support website as well as a resource for those struggling families. So my role in that was to create along with Jenna, was to create those topics we wanted addressed, and organizing the research assignments so that in the semesters to come, the development wouldn't just stall. We would have our vision there for the following interns to carry on. We were also chief of staff support for Erica. Jenna and I both were kind of the second in the commands. So we were in charge of delegating a lot of what needed to be done to those other interns, as well as ensuring that those other interns were keeping up on their hours and having enough to do. We also helped in creating agendas for the weekly meetings, and met with Erica before the general meeting every Tuesday. As with everyone in the organization, I was also involved in fundraising and marketing. It's a fairly small nonprofit still, so we do have to get the name out there and do quite a lot of fundraising just so we can keep up with what we want to do with the organization. Okay, so my contributions to the organization. Again, the family resource website was the main priority for me. I was in charge of that mainly. Jenna and I wanted to bring in a family theories perspective, so we did that through our research topics. And we also created the main pages of the website that we wanted, or the ideas behind them. So we want a page on addiction, so pornography addiction, why it's a big deal, why it needs to be addressed, why it's even an addiction as opposed to just something that people do. Since the world is pretty lax regarding pornography, we wanted to come out and address that it is an issue. And we also have specific pages for within the family. We have a specific page for parents. Say their children are addicts, what the parents can do, how they can address that. We have a page for spouse, both if the spouse is an addict or if the spouse is a spouse of an addict. So supporting that marriage relationship there, as well as families. So if the parents are addicts, how to address it with their children. If the children are addicts, how to address it with them. We also had ideas of presenting developmentally appropriate ways to discuss this with children, since it is a sensitive subject. So as I was mentioning that page content, we came up with ideas on each of these general topics on what we wanted to help this family with. I also suggested we create a store section on this website, as it is hard to raise money for a nonprofit, especially in lean times. We did want a store section to hopefully raise money. As of now, the website is selling He Restoreth My Soul. It's a book involved in regarding pornography addiction and overcoming that. But I thought it would be a good idea if we could have a store on this website selling things for families. So, like as mentioned below the store section here, the games and family night ideas. I wanted to present that so it wasn't just a strictly scholarly resource, but something you could come for fun ideas, and that way we'd get more people visiting the website, hopefully more income from that. I was also, as I mentioned previously, involved with creating research assignments for the upcoming semesters, so this project would carry on. I was involved in the fundraising and marketing ideas. I suggested, when someone mentioned raising enough money for the organization, I did suggest getting involved in local events, getting our name out in the community. So we did attend the local Rigby Stampede Days Parade. I contacted the woman in charge of the parade entry, and we were able to enter into that parade and hand out flyers and toss candy out. We also were during the Freedom Celebration in Idaho Falls. We sold water bottles and otter pops to raise awareness and money for the organization. I also helped with promotion. We did have organizational t-shirts made up, and at every possible opportunity I did wear that if I was going to be in public, just to get that name out there for people. And we just finished Citizens for Decency Week at Pizza Pie Cafe, where they donated 25% of the profits to Citizens for Decency, as long as the customers had a card, which we handed out. I was also helpful in the organization aspects and efficiency. I, along with Jenna, helped with making the meetings much more efficient. Towards the beginning of the semester, they were 2 to 3 hours long, and it was really excessive. And we got it down to an hour towards the end. I also helped with setting up the agenda procedure. So when everyone needed to look at the Google Doc agenda, the end date to add things to that, and then when to look at it before the Tuesday meeting so that everyone is on the same page and prepared. So my personal growth was huge during this. My testimony of the atonement grew so much. I had the opportunity to listen to the addiction recovery program podcasts that the church has on their website, just cataloging the growth and individuals' progress through the 12 steps. It actually is the 12-step program. They are actual meetings, and you can hear real life experiences of people's struggles as they strive to overcome their addictions. It's really moving, and it has strengthened my testimony of the atonement so much, just to know the amount of change that is possible when we rely on the Savior's saving grace. I was also had the opportunity to read He Restoreth My Soul. I mentioned it earlier. It is a book by an LDS brain surgeon, and he brings in the atonement, and I would recommend that book to anyone I meet, regardless of whether or not you have that pornography addiction. It is really quite moving. I also learned for myself the temporal, personal, and social costs of pornography. I know we in the church hear a lot about the spiritual damages, but it is a real matter, real issue for those not in our church as well that needs to be addressed. I learned advocacy skills. I learned how to advocate for something that I believed in. I also learned quite a bit of professionalism. I was dealing with quite a few interns in this organization, and it really helped to strengthen my professionalism. There was a lot of people that I interacted with, and I feel like my professional skills really increased in that. I also learned quite a bit with marketing and advertising strategy. I learned what worked and what did not. Just for future reference, this will really help me as I graduate and move into the nonprofit sector. Okay, so connections made through this. I feel like this whole semester with the website especially, I was really applying family systems theory, and seeing how I could apply that for the public's help, how to help those families struggling with this. And I enjoyed finding those real life applications for that family systems theory. I also learned the power of family. I mean, I know it's always important in the LDS community, but reaching outside of that, everyone grew up in a family. Everyone loves their family. Whether or not it's 100% of the time is between them and their family, but family is powerful and it is meaningful. And when we bring in the effects on the family, everyone cares. And it's a great way to raise awareness when we're informing people of how in danger that family bond is. So as for recommendation, I would absolutely recommend this internship to anyone I meet. It helped me so much. I grew in ways I didn't know I needed to, and I learned a lot about the damaging effects of pornography, as well as a empathy for those struggling with the addiction. It is something that I feel for them. It's damaging and powerful, and I'm just really glad I got the opportunity to learn more about this and experience what I experienced within the organization. All right, so this is the contact information. If you want to be a part of this as an internship, which I hope you do because we're looking for a lot of researchers. It can also be, you can do it in Rexburg, or you can do it if you're out of Rexburg. It can be an online internship as well. We are looking for a lot of people. So Craig Cobia is the founder of Citizens for Decency, and this is his contact information. He does have a full-time job, so after 5 p.m. on Tuesdays is when he has set apart for Citizens for Decency work. Cleanminds.org, that is their website. You can go there if you want to learn more about the organization. You can also find it on Career Navigator, and just follow these steps here. However, not all the positions are posted, so I would suggest talking to Craig or emailing him before you go to that navigator. All right, well, I look forward to hopefully seeing some of you in the future. I will continue volunteering with Citizens for Decency, and I really hope you take this opportunity as well.